Hi, welcome back to Plays and Days Vacation Bible School Performing Arts Camp Tutorials. Today we're going to talk about how we used the last 2 days right before VBS PAC started. We'll also discuss the schedule we mapped out for our VBS PAC. For the parents and guardians, we sent one more short email 2 days before just to tell them how excited we were to get to know their children and to watch them grow. And we included the link to the songs for the show, which would go live the night before VBS PAC. We included that link so the kids could listen to the songs before auditions, as we were going to be using songs from the show to teach them during auditions. By the 2 days before VBS PAC, each department, team leader, had procured their supplies and finished their preparations. Whatever project was theirs was done. So everything that needed to be brought to the venue was brought to the venue these last 2 days. This was the checklist we used. Completed sets and stage pieces, black backdrop curtains and the poles that go with those, a mallet, screwdriver, duct tape, clips for curtain edges. Staff t-shirts were distributed. We had our pre-ordered participant t-shirts ready, participant lanyards and name tags, extra registration forms in case we had latecomers, paper grocery sacks from the local grocery store to hold the costumes, all snack foods and drinks, paper plates, cups, napkins, utensils, a first aid kit, pens, scissors, glue, fabric glue, straight pins, safety pins, crayons and markers, props that were already finished, craft supplies for any props we'd be making during VBS PAC, teaching tools and material for the main sessions, notes, videos, visual aids, etc., devices to play the lesson videos, and to play the tracks for rehearsal and performance, any borrowed and pre-made costumes tagged per lead character, all fabric, trims, etc. for the costumes we'd be making during camp, organized in bags or baskets by scene or group of characters. Paper copies of the scripts printed by scene. We'd be handing these to the kids during session 1 after auditions and casting had happened. The link to the website for any downloadable MP3s of the play and our audio performance tracks. These are great rehearsal tools for personal rehearsals. They help the kids with characterization and with memorizing their lines and songs. And of course, our list of attendees. That was our basic checklist. So the day and evening before VBS PAC, everything was set up and ready to go. We were tired but excited and super grateful for all of the extra volunteers who showed up. Many hands make light work. For the daily VBS PAC sessions, the plan would kind of go like this for the attendees. Session 1, lanyards and sign in, get the costume bags decorated. Those are the paper sacks we got from the grocery store. And have the kids put their name on them. Once they were cast, they could add their character name as well. During session 1, we also did auditions, casting, and a finale rehearsal. We handed out the paper scripts by scenes and gave out the links to the songs and audio performance tracks, providing that information to the kids and to their parent guardians. Sessions 2, 3, and 4 would include a short lesson in the main meeting room, an outline of who is rotating where and when, and the schedule for that session. We would be rotating by the groups of characters in their scenes throughout these stations. The craft station, where we would be creating props and costumes. The song rehearsal station. The blocking, acting, choreography station. And the snacks and restroom break station. We also set aside a couple of stations where if a kid needed individual help, one of our workers could work with them. And then we were back in the main meeting room for group information and discussion the last 10 minutes of each session. Session 5 was dress rehearsal day. Our schedule went like this. As kids arrived, they put their costumes on. Once everybody was dressed, we had our last lesson in the main meeting room. We had the snack time for everyone. Then we had scene change practice. So our stage crew and any of the actors that were going to be involved in scene changes got a chance to work with our set. Then we had a dress rehearsal. If you have extra time, it's wonderful to do a silent run-through of just going on and off the stage and getting the scene changes practiced again with the characters who are going to be coming on and off the stage, practicing along with them. The last thing was to leave the stage ready for the performances the next day. We had all of the actors leave the costumes in an orderly fashion at the venue. Our last day, session 6, was performance day. We like to do 2 performances. It gives the kids a second chance at it. They've had so much fun usually by the first one, but sometimes the butterflies are flying in better formation by the second performance. So they arrived, they got their costumes on. We did some quick vocal warm-ups and a final rehearsal of the finale before the audience was let in. Once the audience was in, we were all backstage or out of view. We had performance 1. We provided a catered lunch in between our performances, just kind of keeps everybody there, and it's a really sweet time of fellowship. Performance 2 followed that. Strike the set, clean up like we were never there, and give instructions about costumes. In our case, we had some to give back to other churches, and we let our kids take a lot of their costumes home. You'd need to have someone to make sure the kids don't leave in their costumes if you don't want them to. If it's a big production, lots of fancy costumes, it's helpful to have a checklist and have each person check out with you before they leave. End of the schedule, treasure what we've learned and the friendships that we've made and the joy we brought to the people. Well, this tutorial 12 finishes up our efforts at sharing a strategy to put on a Vacation Bible School Performing Arts Camp. Your VBS PAC will go its own unique way based on your situation, your staffing, and a lot of other factors. But we hope these tutorials have helped and inspired you. Thank you for taking this journey with us. If you're curious about how ours actually turned out, don't miss our final episode, the epilogue of VBS PAC. That will be our next and last tutorial, how our journey ended up, the surprises we encountered, and how we dealt with them. And how God worked it all out for His purposes. We'll see you next time on Plays and Days Vacation Bible School Performing Arts Camp Tutorials.